Welcome everybody to the Cast from the Coast. My name is Adam Miles and I'm joined as always by Josh Lambert and Tim Johnson. Thank you everybody for tuning into this special episode. Please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe down below and get notified when we put out new episodes every week. Tim, what is the topic of conversation for the evening?
It is a film from 1985 in its original tongue known as Demone. We are talking about demons.
Stay tuned. All right, Tim, give us a synopsis, bud.
A group of random people are invited to a screening of a mysterious movie, only to find themselves trapped in a theater with ravenous demons.
Demons!
Demons?
Demone! And its original tongue, Demone. Okay, so classic 80s cheese. I put this on the chopping block for us to discuss because I have good remembering of this movie. Like, I have good thoughts on this movie. I always enjoyed it growing up.
Just love Dario Argento.
What?
Just love Dario Argento.
Kids love Dario Argento, but not Tim. Tim fucking hates Dario Argento.
Who is Dario Argento?
Dario Argento is a king of Italian cinema.
King, get out of here! Get out of here! Shut your face.
The writer, what is he?
In this, he's the screenwriter and like executive producer or whatever. But he's the guy that did Suspiria, that I fucking hated. I hated it, and it's kind of put a bad taste in my mouth anytime Adam mentions anything, fucking giallo, Italian horror. Dario Argento. It's like this shit is his fucking fucking phantasm. Like, this is the shit he fucking loves talking about this stuff. He loves it.
I love it.
And I'm just not here to participate. But I watched it because I love Adam. I watched it.
Aw. So I knew that the hair on the back of Tim's head would stand up the moment that the credits start to roll in this, because Dario Argento comes up like very fucking big on the screen, produced by and written by, basically. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a phone call tonight from Tim. What the fuck you got me watching?
Well, I knew going into it that it was Argento's movie, or he was involved with it, because I believe that when you were like pitching it to us, like we should watch it, you said as much. You know what I mean? So I knew. So I wasn't happy about it, but I knew.
So I should have pitched it to you like I did earlier today, by the way, because when we had our discussion,
I would, if you would have pitched it the way that you're about to tell everybody how you did it, I would have been so amped for this movie. I wouldn't even have cared that his name popped up on screen.
It's true. So the way that I usually pitch this movie to people, but I didn't for the purpose of the show because I just wanted to fucking throw it out there. But I usually pitch this movie to say, if the Italians remade Return of the Living Dead, but it was in a theater with demons instead of zombies at a medical facility. It's got a very similar feeling to it. You know, you've got ragtag groups of people, survival.
As soon as you said that.
Yeah. So after seeing the movie, and this is the thing, is I wanted to kind of pitch that after you guys had seen the movie, because when I told Tim earlier, Tim's like, you know what, you're fucking right. This is like an Italian take on the same type of scenario, right? Just change a couple of, you know, one of those memes. What is it? Can I copy your homework? Okay, just change a couple of things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Oh, we're gonna make demons
even
instead.
the cheese level was there, and like, you know, the very 80s archetypes, like, you know, shit that you expect when you turn on an 80s horror movie, they're all there.
Yep, exactly.
Right? So
yeah, so Return of the Living Dead, Italian style, basically, but with demons instead. So the movie starts with the girl, Cheryl. She's basically coming on the subway. As Tim put it, you've got like a very ragtag group of individuals all bopping their heads to the 80s fucking beat.
Oh, that fucking song, man. And it went on for so long.
I love the soundtrack.
It went on for so long. And
the soundtrack in this movie is amazing. Don't even.
I want it on vinyl.
It went on too long, and then it got to the point where it was like showing B-roll of like the other people on the subway, and like it showed this couple of like old people, and like, you know, just the random bumping and moving of like, you know, being on a subway, but it was going with the beat, so they were both going like this to the song. I was like, oh my god, what am I watching?
Claudio Simonetti did an amazing job on the soundtrack. I love it, and yeah, so it starts off with the whole subway scenario. She gets off the subway and she's being like stalked through the subway, like the station, the terminal.
Yep.
And
well, to be fair, she thinks she's being stalked.
She thinks she's being stalked. And a guy appears and he's got like a metallic looking implant in his face and gives her a ticket to a movie theater showing. She takes two. Terminator guy. She takes two and she disappears with the ticket, goes and visits her friend. They go to the Metropole Theater, which is cool looking fucking gothic architecture, and they go to the screening of a movie which is unnamed but has to do with the finding of demons and Nostradamus basically stating that demons were to inhabit the earth at one point.
How cool of a viral marketing campaign is that, though? Some dude hands out tickets to an unnamed movie that you show up at a theater you've never been to.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be
dope.
That'd be pretty neat.
Pretty dope to fucking do.
Absolutely. And it was very much so a ragtag group of people. Tim's favorite was the asshole.
No, I had a few, but like the husband coming in on his anniversary.
Making it into a movie, aren't I?
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Like he was just such an asshole. And like, you know, she just wanted to have a good time. But then the other group, my other favorite pair
pimp?
was the pimp was good.
That's my favorite.
The blind guy.
The blind guy going to the movie.
Fucking asking, you know,
what's going on?
So what's happening now?
And his wife starts like making out with some dude.
Was it his wife?
Or
that what the?
Was it his wife? It might have been a daughter or something. I don't know, but
it was greasy, whatever it was.
It was fucking greasy, and it was just hilarious because he's like, "What's going on?" And all you can do is see them like fucking making out.
What's the blind guy doing at the theater?
That's part of the joke of the corniness of the movie, I guess. They got a ticket. They went to the fucking movie theater. That's all you can do. Oh man,
it was funny. It was funny. It was like all the little side characters and shit. Like, it really made me laugh.
Yeah, my favorite character, and I told this to Tim. I said my favorite character of all time with this movie was the pimp. Fucking love that guy. His crass voice. Funny. What's up, bitches? You know what I mean? Like, the guy was just fucking hilarious.
Okay, so I asked Adam earlier what version did you watch, Josh? Did you watch the actual like subtitled ones, or did you watch the dub one?
Oh, it was English.
Yeah, it was dubbed.
I didn't realize it was dubbed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the whole movie would be in Italian, right?
Originally, right? So it was totally dubbed. Yeah.
But so was the soundtrack different in the dubbed one? Because it used all American songs. It had like Billy Idol and shit.
Soundtrack was American.
I'm assuming that it would be the same soundtrack.
Yeah, totally same soundtrack.
Like, this to me felt like a film that was designed for the American public.
Oh, could have been.
Well, they might have used American songs to kind of cast a wider net type of thing. But yeah, no, you could tell it was dubbed.
I could.
Yeah, there was a few scenarios.
Just take my word for it, Josh. It was dubbed.
I believe you.
Oh man. Yeah, so the movie kicks off, but the interesting thing that happens is that one of the pimp's ladies of the night puts on the mask that's on display in the atrium, and it nicks her in the face. And according to what happens exactly in the movie, same thing happens to a guy. He gets nicked in the face by something in the mask, and he starts to turn into a demon. There's a curse involved with it. And
this is the first scene which starts to develop the rules for the demons. I'm very keen on the rules for these kinds of films.
You are.
Josh likes the rules.
So my understanding is you put the mask on, you become a demon, you infect other people by attacking them. Pretty standard demonic rules.
Scratches.
Yeah.
Yep. Scratches and bites, basically.
So what the fuck does this have to do with the motorcycle guy and the samurai sword?
Well, not too much. I mean, it's a movie theater, so they just had the mask hanging there. But like when you're looking at the background, they had posters for four gray flies or Four Flies on Grey Velvet and an AC/DC documentary at the time. So it was probably there to represent some movie. But it
wasn't. The mask was on the motorcyclist, wasn't it?
Right in somebody's way. Somebody would take it and play with it. I mean, let's be clear about that, right? You know, it's in the way. Somebody's obviously, oh, look at me, and they did. So they fell victim to the scheme, as it were. Yeah. So that's where things really start to kick off. So one of the women of the night becomes the first real demon in the movie, and Tim, like you said, we'll talk about effects here in a few minutes. But the effects work in this movie was dope.
It was this moment that I was like, this movie's dope. Like,
like the changing scenes.
Yeah, like I'm a big I'm really impressed by what they achieved effects wise in this movie.
They did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
I'm sorry. I'm dinging all kinds of times. I'm dinging.
Put your dinghy away.
I'm trying to ding it. I'm trying to get it undinged.
We don't want to see your ding.
What do they use? Like a little a bladder or something to make that like pus boil?
Yeah, that's exactly. They would have used like probably latex, but they would have been like a thin layered latex, probably with like a thick backing, and it would have been right underneath, and it would have just filled with a liquid. And then the rest with air, so that it popped and then exploded out with the liquid.
Looked really cool. And they did a lot.
That they did, man. There was non-stop shit in this movie. Like when it gets going, it gets going.
This was almost like Brain Dead, Dead Alive level.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Especially when he gets on the fucking motorcycle at the end, and he's got the fucking sword, and he's just running around in circles, hacking and slashing everybody. It's fucking great, man. Oh, buddy. So we have a group of people who basically come together. They're trapped. They find that they've been like encased in this building, and they're trying to find a way out. And the demons are rising in numbers because they keep killing people. And it's pretty cool too, because like the really cool scenes are things like, I'm gonna go check this room. Nobody else goes in that fucking room, just that one person. You're sitting there going, demon's gonna get them, and the fucking demon gets them every time. Like it's fun that way, you know what I mean? Like you got a lot of the stupid horror tropes going on here, right? Breaking up and splitting up and everything else.
Thank you.
So
Tim got his coffee.
Theater's
all is right with the world.
Is the theater possessed? Like, is that part of the situation? Like, is the theater a theater on normal days, or is it always like a demonic building?
At nights, it
that's what I wonder. Like, at midnight, does it shut down?
I think I think
there's normal theater every day.
I think that the building itself has something to do with the scenario, but it's not. It was converted to a movie theater for use. You know what I mean? At one point, and it was a theater for so long, and probably shut down because they were talking about it in the movie, saying, "Geez, I've never been to this movie theater. And then another guy was like, man, this movie theater hasn't been open in like 40 years or something like that. Like there were time frames and stuff thrown out there. So you come to think that obviously the place has been shut down for a while. Maybe something happened before, maybe otherwise, you know.
Because the maitre d' lady seemed awful suspicious.
She's very suspicious, wasn't she? You know. And in the end of it, I mean,
why did you say it like that?
She's very suspicious, isn't she?
Like you were telling us like some fucking children's story or something. Like that's.
She seemed suspicious. She was very suspicious, wasn't she?
Wasn't she?
Wasn't she?
Pretty sus.
Yeah, and there's a lot having to do with what's going on with the building, but it's almost like you believe that everything's set up a certain way to happen anyway, because. I want to know, did you guys catch the twist to the characters in this movie? I want to know if you guys actually caught on to the twist.
What you talking about, Willis?
So the guy at the very beginning of the movie
that
has the metal in his face.
Yes.
You see him in the movie as well, not with the thing in his face.
Yeah, he's on IMDb. He's like credited as two different characters.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
So the twist to this scenario is, Josh, is that he was actually the guy in the movie that turned into the demon and killed his friends.
Okay,
Jerry.
So he's the guy in the movie
He's the guy in the movie. So what it comes down to is...
Let me get this straight. He's the guy that's in the movie.
Yes.
But then he's in the movie.
But he's in the movie, and they go to the movie theater to watch him in the movie.
Yes.
That's correct.
That's very suspicious, isn't it?
It was, wasn't it?
So he's actually the character in the movie. So it's almost like the movie is telling the story of him.
Obviously.
So he's obviously the spreader of the demon, because that's why he appears at the end and he's trying to kill them and stuff like that too. He's kind of like the head demon creature at this point. Right? He just looks a little more human, because the one in the movie still kind of looked a little human-esque. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't exactly the same. It's almost like some sort of like an evolution of the demons too, because he was kind of like really human-esque, more so. And then like all the people that got turned in the movie theater, they had like the extreme veining and the changes to their face and all that shit. And then you have the one that birthed the fucking demon out of her back, and it was like a pure fucking demon creature, right? Little fucking imp creature. It was great. But so you have like different styles of demons. It's almost like he was some sort of like a head original demon creature. You know what I mean? And these are the creatures that he births, and then they birth, and everything else. So, but yeah, he's the same character.
And Nostradamus wrote about them in his memoirs.
Apparently.
Is what they say.
But admittedly, the mask is dope. I love the mask. I think the mask is fucking dope. I always wanted a copy of that mask hung up on the wall.
Oh, really? It's just kind of like a samurai mask.
I thought it was okay. Like,
yeah, nothing special.
I thought it was okay. I mean, back in '85, it would have been really cool and elaborate, but
okay. Josh, let's hear your notes.
Oh, this is going to be exciting.
It's very exciting. I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Boop.
Well, don't set yourself up too much. My first viewing of Demons took place June 13th, 2021 at 7:45 p.m. That's prime demon watching time. My first note here is Lamberto. I got a clan of Lamberts out in Italy somewhere, I guess. Is this Italian? Yes.
Yes.
Definitely looks 80s, very grunge. First couple scenes, we see a lot of pink hair and mohawks. What the fuck? Golden tickets. Okay. 4 minutes in before the first word. Absolutely love that. One of my, I guess, judges of a good film is how much story can you develop before the first words are spoken. Oh, thank God, it's in English. I thought for sure that I would be watching subtitles.
You could have.
Poor
You
Josh.
just picked the right
I guess
one.
I just got lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Samurai Biker. Don't know what that's all about. This maitre d' is dressed like Elf.
Do you mean that? Elf was dressed like the maitre d'?
I suppose you're right. This does predate Will Ferrell's breakthrough role in Elf.
Breakthrough role.
A nice cold Coca-Cola can. That's excellent product placement. A couple of horn dogs in a movie theater. Checks out. Classic 80s. Theater worker is out there with a flashlight doing the dong check, making sure no dude's got his dong in the popcorn. Going with the flashlight, checking all around.
Doing the dong check.
Blind guy at a movie theater. Why? He can't see the movie.
Who are you to judge?
Getting Ash vibes from this guy in the movie, explaining who Nostradamus is. Finger banging in front of the blind guy. Gross. Just an old book. No harm ever came from reading a book. Young man in blue shirt reading a book about demons. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. And then I just wrote gross. I'm betting that was probably when Rosemary started exploding pustules.
Probably. And her teeth fell out. And
Quote, what the hell happened to Rosemary? Quote, it's too bloody of a movie. Quote, Ruth, shut up. Classic.
Classic.
The lime green bile, loved it, looked great. You don't see that very often. I loved like the super like unrealistic colors, like the deep turquoise and the lime green and like the toxic colors.
Yep.
Greasy. Don't know what that was regarding. It was something greasy, I'm sure. I love the use of bladders on the pustules. So, rules established, you put on the mask, you turn into a demon, you get attacked, you turn into a demon. Checks out. Oh shit, the tooth pull was absolute cringe. That made my teeth crawl. Watching her teeth like get pushed out of the way by these fangs, that was gross. Ripping his larynx right open. Claws in the eye holes of the blind man. I was kind of confused at this point. Pretty much a staple in 80s films is like the sex appeal and, you know, the naked women. And they set up these two hookers to clearly be the sex appeal, but then they just sit down and watch a movie, and that didn't happen, so I thought that was kind of strange. Brick walled in, there has to be an explanation, quote. No, there's not. Let's find an emergency exit, quote. Like, dude, the regular exit that you came in was just filled with bricks. What makes you think there's going to be an emergency exit? Like, I don't think they're too keen on the fire codes here. Another Coca-Cola. Not since Mac and Me have I seen such blatant product placement. So, did you guys watch a movie where they snorted Coca-Cola from a can?
Well, you did too.
I'm just confused if I watched some sort of like censored version or something.
It wasn't Coca-Cola. It was Coke in a Coke can. It's meant to be some sort of a joke. Because remember,
it was cocaine.
Because remember, they like shake it
Josh,
and like fucking powdered cocaine comes out.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, but if they're driving around, they're not gonna. They're trying to be inconspicuous, right? Like they're driving around with a can of Coke. Yes, officer, it's Coca-Cola. What?
Okay. There is cocaine in the Coke can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was some sort of weird. Never mind.
80s thing.
Yeah. Love this punk characters. Why didn't the blind guy turn into a demon? He got attacked. I wrote, haha, he snorted the Coke. Literally, the Coca-Cola. I was under the impression that there was just Coca-Cola in the can. Great soundtrack. Another Coke placement. This is getting ludicrous. What does smashing the seats accomplish? They're like smashing up the whole theater. What is this? What does that accomplish?
Well, they were stacking them up to the doors.
But they were just breaking them.
Mm-hmm. Getting them off the ground because they're attached to the ground.
So there we have it, the 80s gratuitous titty scene. I was a little concerned that wasn't going to appear, but it got there.
Josh is happy now.
Well, it's on my list of things that need to happen in an 80s horror film.
The list.
At this point, the only things we're missing from my list are a twist with foreshadowing and no happy ending. Smashing brick with compressed fire extinguisher. You're lucky the top didn't go off and impale someone, you donut. Wait, the elf girl maitre d' was just in with the group, so she's obviously involved in like a demon person, right? Did the demon just sneak out? Like a demon got out when the other people came in. I'm almost positive I saw that. The glow in the dark eyes effect, amazing.
Yeah, love it.
I don't know what you guys thought about that, but I loved it.
Love it.
It looked
Real
like
nice.
someone cracked glow sticks and just like poured it in their eye holes.
Yep.
It was crazy. Someone better use that samurai sword. If I have to quote Ernest Hemingway again, I'm going to be sour. So much gore effects at this point. Like, this is full-on brain-dead level gore effects. Kathy is possessed. Demon imp creature burst out from back. The hand coming out of the corpse was like straight out of the ending of Evil Dead. Like the exact same effect work. Finally, the sword. I wrote gnarly. Motorcycle.
I'm laughing right now. I'm sorry, because I got the motorcycle end part in the movie theater playing, and the music started. And I'm laughing because he's
motorcycle demon slaying to rock music. Fuck
yes. That's playing right now.
What the fuck? A helicopter. So far, the only thing I'm not keen on is the lack of explanation for the demons. It's linked to the mask and the film, and maybe the theater, and there's a book written by Nostradamus. Pretty good luck for them that a helicopter just happened to crash land on a demon-filled ghost theater.
Yes, very much so.
The Terminator guy is back. This soundtrack is fire. Oh shit, the whole city has turned. The demonic uprising is now. And we're set up for a sequel. And she turned. It was so close to being a happy ending. I'm glad it ended that way. My final note here is, what a gore-filled ride. Huge influence from Evil Dead and Brain Dead for sure. Next level gore. Nothing revolutionary, but extreme homage to the classics and an excellent addition to the horror films.
Excellent. Now, before you conclude, I want you to explain if your list was covered. Your rules.
It was. My rules list. The only one I could give even the slightest bit of pushback to is my rule of minimizing named characters. But I feel in this case, I don't know any of the characters.
They were all fodder.
So you can just fucking name them all you want. I don't
know their names. There's the pimp. There's the two hookers with the pimp. There's the main girl, her friend, and the two guys they made up with.
The blind guy and then the
blind guy and the elf lady.
And then the asshole husband.
The asshole husband and the little wife.
Poor wife.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think this ticks all, if not, a lot, if not all, the boxes. And the Coke scene was cheesier than cheese.
That it was.
Cheese whiz.
Hey guys, I'm Felissa Rose, Angela from Sleepaway Camp, and you're listening to They Cast from the Coast. Yeah!
Oh, man. Okay, so talking about the effects work here really quickly, because the effects in this movie are dope. Josh, you really kind of pushed on that, and Tim, you talked about this earlier too. The bursting pustules and shit like that. You know, when they turn and it's like that burst happens and then they're demon-esque, right? The claw marks, the ripping flesh, I love the transformations. The
woman on all fours and the thing comes out of her fucking...
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely. My favorite is, in fact, definitely the close-up transformation shit that they did. Because, like, when you start to see the mouth and you can see, like, the lips twitching, right? And all of a sudden, like, the fucking teeth just pop out and you see other fucking teeth pushing through. Like, that shit's dope. That was awesome. Well done shit there. I love the use of the eyes. You nailed that one too. It's just like fucking glow sticks. So like that slow motion Foggy-esque scene where they're running up the fucking stairwell and you can just see them coming at the fucking camera and they're just barely visible, but all you see are eyes coming at you. It's fucking dope. That's why that's like the cover of a lot of versions.
I feel that they kind of like they really did a good job planning where they were going to do a lot of the really good effects, because just rewatching the massacre on the motorcycle with the fucking sword compared to the rest of the movie, it's pretty tame. Like a lot of it was just hitting dummies and like you'd see them go and then like, you know, just real quick shots or whatever, and it's like, oh, can you imagine if he was like cutting heads off and it was like showing it?
Yeah, heads rolling and bouncing around and more blood spurting and shit.
I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity for a really cool scene, because the guy obviously, like, he's wearing a ripped up jean shirt, like, and it's like his arm is exposed and he's going like this, like it was so Ash,
manly,
right? Yeah, it was so
dude
Ash.
is so manly.
Stop it, Adam. Stop it. I just feel like they really kind of missed an opportunity, but it's almost forgiven because like the rest of the movie is laden.
Well, they probably ran out of fucking money.
Yeah.
Like the amount of effects work in this film is insane. The amount of pustules, the amount of slashes and gore and fingers getting chopped off. And...
What was Adam? What was your favorite effect?
My favorite effect
was your favorite
like
in the movie.
The close-up transformations, like when they're pushing out
all of them, or just one?
No, like all of them, because they were very consistent. Like when you seen somebody up close and their fucking teeth were pushing out, and then you seen kind of like some bubbling under the skin, and then the pustules would happen and shit like that. Like I love that. That was dope. That was my favorite shit.
What about you, Josh?
The teeth pulling out, that first close up of it happening, and the imp gremlin thing like bursting out of the back of the girl. Those were crazy.
My favorite was the one that got me on board. Was the slash while she's behind the screen. I think someone's behind there or whatever, right? And like she's got the claw marks, and just how like it just went boop boop and then. And I was just like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. And then from that point on, that's when I was like 100% invested. Yeah, and the little imp thing coming out of the woman, that was really good. I mean, all the special effects were really good.
Sometimes you gotta have a favorite though. That's what it is.
Right? My favorite was the one that got my attention. Was the.
To refresh, my 10 rules of horror are: keep it simple, no more than 6 named characters, keep locations minimal, tell us the rules to the monster, and most importantly, consistently follow them. If you're going to have a twist, foreshadow it, use practical effects, give me some cheese and silly one-liners, humor in general, sex appeal, pay homage to the greats, and never leave a happy ending. ideally leave room for a sequel or a twist or cliffhanger.
Yeah, it ticked all those boxes for you.
I think this film got there.
Yep, absolutely. Nice. Tim.
Yes.
I think it is time for you to regale things for us.
I gotta get into this man's head.
Josh has been preparing since last episode. Tim, it is officially trivia time. Trivia time with Tim.
Okay, so like always, this is one piece of trivia is completely 100% fabulous.
I don't believe you. That's the bullshit thing. That's the bullshit.
No, it's no change in dates, no change in fucking months, no adding on to any. It's 100% a fictional
100% pure grade A Bologna.
Yeah.
Canadian back bacon.
And it's up to you to decide if Tim gets the L or the W.
All
right. Is it?
I'm so excited.
All right. Okay. Now, Josh, pay attention to all of it. Okay?
But I perform better when I only pay attention to about 80% of it.
That's fair.
He's going to check his phone.
Okay, let's start it off. The building used for most of the exteriors of the Metropole Theater still stands in Berlin. It's a club called Goya, and it's been host to several horror conventions thanks to the appearance of it in this film. Lamberto Brava, the director, cites that this is his personal favorite of all the films he has directed. In Germany, it was released as a sequel called Dämonen 2 to the second film, which was released as the first part, Daemon. That's worded really weird. The name of the cinema, Metropole, can be seen as a building in the first Silent Hill video game. The blind man going to the cinema was meant to be an ironic joke. Well, I don't really think that's a piece of trivia. That's kind of obvious. The scene where the cocaine is dropped inside the car and where the characters are picking up has been quite a subject of controversy, which led to the scene being censored almost all over the world.
I wonder if that was the copy that I watched then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was in mine too. The cocaine
scene was in mine, where they like shook and like they were picking it up and snorting it. And
yeah. When shooting the cocaine scene, director Lamberto Brava wasn't happy with the way the cocaine prop looked, saying it looked fake on camera. They tried a few different options, baking soda and flour, but Brava still wasn't happy with the result. It should look like this, Brava said, pulling out his own bag of cocaine from his pocket. That is what they used in the movie.
You know, it's weird because I heard something about that before because, like, fucking Giallo films and shit like this, they were, like, infamous fucking cokeheads behind the scenes.
Well, not only that, look when it was made. And it was made in Germany. Like, a bunch of Italians.
I don't know. My Bologna detector's going off. Continue.
Yeah, I knew when I was reading it. I was like, he's going to think this is my one. And it was so well worded. In the lobby of the theater, there is a poster for Argento's 1972 film, Four Flies on the Gray Velvet. The other posters include a 1980s concert film, No Nukes, a 1927's Metropolis, and an AC/DC poster, possibly for the 1980 documentary Let There Be Rock. That is it for trivia, but because there's not a lot, I'm going to add some fucking goofs. Because there was a lot of them in this movie. The demonic Carmen was never seen in the film again after killing Frank. Everybody was trapped inside, and there was lots more moviegoers to slaughter. Where did the demonic Carmen go? Interesting.
I don't understand what those words meant.
Carmen, as a demon.
Who's that?
One of the demons. Was never. Anyways, moving on. Okay, here's some continuity errors. When the helicopter crashes against the floor of the cinema, there's no dead pilots in it, and then the next shot, their bodies appear. When the helicopter first crashes through the ceiling, the casting around the base of the rotor blades is missing or broken off, but then the very next shot, it's in place and intact. So to further not confuse Josh, I will not use names, maybe. Character. A man in a mask blinks while being dead, and his head is impaled.
Awkward.
Yeah. When the girl is crawling from a dead demon and comes in contact with a hanged lover, the moment of his mouth is seen, even though he's dead. Oh, movement of his mouth is seen. Sorry. When Cheryl transforms into a demon and goes up close to the camera, you can see her fake teeth begin and her real gums showing. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay. I'm going to hedge my bets. There's 2 points of trivia that I'm suspicious of. Obviously, the cocaine one, and the first bit of trivia. What? Can you reread the first one for me?
Sure. Just let me get back into it. The very first one, the building used for the exteriors of the Metropol's Theater still stands in Berlin. It's a club called Goya, and it's been host of several horror conventions thanks to the appearance in the film.
In Berlin.
I'm pushing more to that really weird fucking one that you said about the fact that this movie was released as a sequel to the second movie, which was released first somehow. What?
Yeah. Let me clarify that and reread it for you again. Okay. So this movie was filmed in Germany. So in Germany, this was released as a sequel, Dämonen 2, to the second film, which was released as the first part, called Dämonen. So basically, they took it and they switched them,
which is fucked.
When was part 2 released?
A couple years later.
I think it was the year after.
Yeah, or a year or two later. But the interesting thing is that, and you guys, because surprise, surprise, everybody, we're gonna do Demons 2 for another episode. What? Spoiler fucking alert! But Demons 2 references Demons 1. Obviously, it's a setup for a sequel, right? So it's kind of fucking weird.
Demons 2 was 1986,
and Demons 1 was 1985.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with that one. That just seems fucked because, like, why would they release a movie that's directly, like, mentioned as a sequel? In the movie, they mention the events of the first one at entirely. Why would they? That's fucked.
I'm going with the cocaine. There's no way the director brought fucking cocaine onto the set and was like, "Yeah, just use this. Just use my cocaine, and we'll splash it all around in the back seat." That's Bologna.
Why would it?
Okay. That's Newfie steak, buddy.
It's Bologna. Yeah, that's fucking. Fuck you, Josh. Fuck you.
You didn't sell it, Tim.
No, and the thing is like his thought process is stupid. Because it's stupid. Because, like, it's 1985. He's a fucking big time Italian director. Right. All these people are doing cocaine anyway. He put cocaine in his movie and showed it being used. Yet, no, he wouldn't have his own cocaine. He probably
It's not that he wouldn't have his own. It's that he's not going to use his own as a prop in a film and spill it all over the place. That shit's expensive.
Oh, you didn't. He tried other options first. When shooting the cocaine scene, he wasn't happy with the cocaine prop, saying it looked too fake on camera. They tried a few different options.
Yeah, but he didn't say that.
Flavor. That's what I wrote.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't say that. It's fabricated.
Yeah. Well, I'm not fucking doing it anymore. I hope you're happy. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Oh
Josh.
no!
What?
This was hedged against you because I fucking told Adam what I was using.
What?
And I fucking told him because I was like, I'm tired of putting all this effort into this trivia time. So this trivia was solely for you, and you got it.
I
And
feel
you
used and abused right
You should.
now.
You should. We used you and abused you.
How do you think I feel every week trying to come up with fucking believable?
You pit him against me to put seeds of doubt in my mind.
Oh, totally. He calls me up and he's like, "Listen, I need your help." Fuck Josh.
Josh. No, I didn't say fuck Josh. I said I need your help against Josh.
So he goes,
said,
"Okay, I'm going to tell you which one it
tired.
is." So he tells me, and he goes, "I need you to do something like confirm somehow that you knew something about this."
Because I want to see how good
You
Josh.
did say that.
Yeah.
And then he's
I
like,
heard
"And then
something
I need
about
you
that."
to choose
Yeah.
something else."
Because Josh's fucking baloney detector is really good.
Josh is fucking below.
It's really good. Like, if anything, don't be insulted. It's a compliment. And you still got
It's
it.
amazing.
You still got
I
it.
can't believe you pitted Adam against me.
Didn't
That's
pit
sick.
me against
It's
you.
just-
Just
You're
you
sick.
used me and
No.
abused me too. So we'll go with that. Gentlemen,
And it didn't even work. I hope you're happy.
I'm fucking devastated, is what
He's
I
never
am.
fucking
I'm
done
You
Never
know,
again.
you know what Penn Jillette says? A famous magician on the Vegas Strip when he does live reality fucking game show bullshit when he's on The Apprentice and stuff like that. He goes, you know what? There's going to be people that are going to cheat and they'll win. And you know what? That's okay. But you're going to see people that are going to give away all their morals and they're going to cheat and they're going to lose. And that's you. That's you right now.
No, it's not.
Go on.
No, it's not.
All right, gentlemen, it is time.
Actually, I'm really impressed, Josh. I'm really impressed.
Yes, so am I. But it is time, gentlemen, for us to give our final thoughts on this movie. Josh, please proceed.
Yes. This movie checks all my boxes. I don't know how I can give it anything less than an X.
Whoa, that's a simple review.
That
So you're
is-
giving it an X?
X big time. It is pure gore, 80s cheese fest, fucking garbage horror movies that I love.
Period. End of statement.
Yep.
Watch
That's-
this fucking
what more do you
movie.
need? Watch it.
Uh,
Fucking, it's probably somehow related to Evil Dead.
Okay, I guess we'll see how the sequel.
He did look like
He
Ash
looked
driving
an awful
around.
lot like
He
Ash.
did, man. He did.
And this is part of like a series? Is there just two? Is
There's
there four?
actually
Is there
I
8?
think there's 2. Is there
There
3?
is, Michelle Salve, I think, did the third one. Michelle Salve was the guy who played Jerry, or the man with the metal face. He like directed the third one too. He was like a big time director. He directed a whole bunch of other movies too.
Ain't that big time on it.
So we'll see how the second one goes. Tim.
I'm not going to go high as an X. I really enjoyed this movie. When you first pitched it, and like you said, Adam, Dario Argento's name popped up, and I don't have meh when it comes to. I haven't watched a lot of his movies, but meh. And I was quite pleasantly surprised with the gore and the special effects. And then after talking to you, and you said that it's like the Italian version of Night of the Living Dead, or Return of the Night of the Living Dead, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, and then I didn't even pick up watching it on the Evil Dead stuff. And then once we started talking about it, like, oh, okay. It was fun. It was cheesy. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I would have watched it in Italian with subtitles, though.
You think?
Because I found that a lot of the women voice actors, their voices really got on my nerves.
I thought the dub was really good. I didn't even know it was a dub.
Well, you do
But I'm
have
also fucking
squinty
blind
little
and
eyes.
deaf and squinty and
Fuck.
still.
Yeah. So, with that, I think if I would have watched the Italian spoken one, I I probably would have gave it a higher rating, but I'm going to give it an R. This was fun. It was fun. The special effects were dope. The soundtrack was amazing. That first song though, the first song went on way too long. No, it went on too long. Yeah, I'm gonna rate it an R. It was. I recommend it.
Sweet. Yeah, I love this movie. I remember watching this movie a few times when I was young and really, really liking it. The demons are fucking different. You know what I mean? Like they're not a very typical looking monster from movies. It's a good take on things, especially the one that creeps out of the woman's back, right? It's very iconic looking. Like if I seen a picture of one of these demons, I go, that's from a fucking movie, Demone. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And I love the effects work in this movie. I love the general makeup work in this movie. Josh, I love some of the stuff that you were talking about, the over embellishment of certain things, like the fucking radioactive glowing fucking bile. The eyes in the darkness, like that shit. That steps it up, right? Because
I'm done.
Take away some of that shit, and the movie would still probably been pretty good, but like you would have wanted more.
The
effects really sold a lot of that. There was just enough gore to keep it going, you know, and in general, I thought it was fun. It's a good, fun movie. One to kind of rewatch every now and then, stuff like that. And in all honesty, I hadn't seen this movie now in probably a good 6-7 years, to be honest. Like it's been a while since I've seen it, so it's a good opportunity to kind of pick it up and go. So, totally giving this movie an R. It's one of those movies I recommend. That's why I recommended it to the show, because I knew the movie. It wasn't just one of these random fuckeries like Psychomania or whatever, where I say, hey, this sounds like fun.
I legit thought that's what it was going to turn into.
I know.
Right? And I went into this movie feeling fucking like why,
fuck
Adam, are
you Adam?
Yeah, and then, like I said, that first gore scene behind the screen, and I was like sold, and I was like, if there's no other good effects in this movie, there was that one, and I liked it. But there was a lot of cool scenes. So
good job.
Yeah, Adam really gets the W this episode.
Boop. All right, so that's good, because we got the sequel coming up, and we'll see how that one pales. Or
I hope the sequel does not suck, and I hope it explains the demons a little more.
It might. To be honest, I only remember certain things.
It might.
To be honest, I only remember very particular things about the sequel. Josh, it's going to tick off a lot of the mentionables on your list. That's for sure. I know that. But yeah, the thing that stands out about the sequel is the location in which it occurs. So it's very, very contained as well, which is good.
Even for next week.
Expectations go up with sequels too.
That's right. But
true, you got to up the ante.
Let's hope it ups the ante for you guys. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this special episode of They Cast from the Coast. It's been a great discussion. We got 2 R's and an X rating, and it's a great movie. So check it out, folks, if you haven't never seen it, or even if it's one of those movies you haven't seen in a very long time, put it on. Go and watch it. So thank you very much once again for tuning in. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below, smash that subscribe, get the notifications going, find out whenever we produce something on the Misunderstood Art Company's YouTube page. We're also on Facebook, Misunderstood Art Company. Check us out, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, come on in and join the party. We also produce audio copies of this every week on the major podcasting platforms, including but not limited to iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Amazon Music, and all that stuff. So check all that out too. We're also on Patreon. Open up your hearts and your wallets. Give Tim that caffeine fix he so needs. All is right in the world when it is. And until next time, Josh.
It's too bloody of a movie. Shut up, Ruth.
Tim.
Stay safe and stay spooky.
See you next time, folks. Keep it creepy.
Good night. Good night.